Good Sunday morning, y'all. Yesterday was my birthday. I told Facebook, then I forgot to tell my YouTube followers. But anyway, YouTube followers, yesterday I was 79 years old. Oh my gosh, I'm an old lady now. It's okay. It's okay though. But I wanted to show y'all something that was sent to me that I think you'll really love. This was made by a follower on YouTube. Let me turn it down some so you can kind of see a little bit. They took a pumpkin and carved out some beautiful stars on it. And they gave me some little tea lights to go in it. And so yesterday, for my birthday, I put my little tea light in there and I lit it. It's still in there. You can see it down in there. And I enjoyed it so much. It's so pretty. You know, when I was a little girl, we always carved a pumpkin, you know, and Mother would put a candle in it and we would do that. It'd be so pretty and it smells good when pumpkins are lit. Let me find how it goes. I'll find it in a minute. Just kind of keep going till you find it, I guess. There it is. It fits perfectly. You can't even tell it. But we would always carve a pumpkin. It was so much fun. And there's this one lady in our church, and I'm sure a lot of other ladies do it too. But, and she has 3 children. Let's see. 3 or 4. She may have 4. But what she did, she put it on the Instagram, and I saw it. She took an old sheet, and she spread it out in her den. She just spread it out. And she got a little pumpkin for each one of her children, not her grandchildren, her children. And gave them some little tools to work with and some markers and all that. And they were carving and doing holes in it. She had this little thing. It looked like a stick, but it was metal. And it was safe for children to use, and they were carving their little pumpkins. And I thought to myself, and I texted her that too when I saw it. I said, well, you're a good mother, you know, to plan activities for your children and your grandchildren, because listen, they learn from that. That's how they learn, is by doing. And instead of, you know, buying something that they can't do anything with, buy them a pumpkin, let them carve it. It doesn't matter how it looks. That's not the point. Let them do it themselves or create it themselves, and they'll be proud of themselves for doing it. So I thought that was a good idea. I had a big cup of hot water today, and I squeezed an orange in it. Well, here's the half that I squeezed to give me some flavor. It was so good. I had orange water this morning. I had it hot. I heated it up in the microwave. I love hot water. Isn't that crazy? But I love it. I like a little lemon juice in mine sometimes. Sometimes I put a little honey or just different things that I put in my hot coffee that I'm drinking. And it tastes real good to me. Anyway, at the end of this video, I'm going to show y'all some pictures. And the pictures are of Magnolia Cemetery in Andalusia, Alabama. It's right behind the courthouse. It's a real old cemetery. And so what they do, they've done this 2 years in a row. They did a thing, it's called Tale of the Tombs. And we bought a ticket, my girlfriends and I, and we went. And here's what they do. Back when Andalusia was first getting started, you had little families living here, and they started different things, and they ran for different things, and they built schools and roads and stuff like that. Well, those people are gone now, and the history will be gone with them unless somebody covers it. So the Tale of the Tombs, you have a lady that comes in, or a gentleman, and they lead you through the cemetery, which has trails. And at different ones, each year, they feature. And so there'll be this guy, like, standing by his tomb. In other words, he's the one that's in there. And he's dressed in period clothes, those clothes. And he tells of his life and how many children he had and where he lived and what was going on in Andalusia, Alabama at the time and where he came from to settle here. And he tells about the railroads and the churches and all this. Then you go to the next one and they tell their story. And you go to the next one and they tell their story. And they're all standing beside their own tomb. And they're dressed so cute. And I think that you'll enjoy the pictures. I did do some short videos, which I may show you one or two of those. But the one that was representing the sheriff of the town, he is a big man. And he had a real big, strong voice. And he did so good. And anyway, we had the best time. It was me and 6 other ladies that went as a group. And then there were other people too in our group. And then after we left and started our tour, then the next little tour started like that. So we were behind each other. So it went very fast and good. So then we all walked up to the Lost Pizza, which is on the corner of the town square. That we 7 ladies did. And we had us a pizza. And it was so good, and we sat there and talked and laughed. And in the girls' bathroom at the Lost Pizza, and I tell all my people that come to the Cottle House this, I said, y'all make sure you go to the bathroom when you go to Lost Pizza. They laughed like, what are you talking about? Well, they've got this cowboy statue in there. It's a cardboard cutout, and he's so cute. He's just the cutest little cowboy you've ever seen. Well, we all went in there and had our picture made. We took pictures of us with the cowboy. And so I thought it was cute. And I'll show y'all that. I've often wondered what was in the boys' bathroom. One day I said, well, I'm going to get somebody to watch this door. And I'm going to go in there and see what they have in theirs. Because we've got this good-looking cowboy. I don't know what's there. I still hadn't done it. But I thought to myself, I said, I bet Marilyn Monroe's in there. You know how that famous picture of her where she's got on this cute little dress and the air goes up under it, it blows her little skirt up. That's such a cute picture. And I wouldn't doubt if that wasn't in there. Farrah Fawcett or one of those gorgeous people that, I guess they're in movies or songs or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to show y'all those pictures at the end. I think you'll like them. And I may show you a few short little segments of a video, like where they were telling about Andalusia. And that'll be good too. One of the sheriff all of them did a great job. They just did so good. It told how they came there. And that history will be lost if somebody doesn't tell it. So last year, they had different people by their tombs, and this year they had different people by their tombs. And I told our little guide yesterday, I said, why don't y'all do a book, because they've got their little script that they memorized, and put that script in the book of each one of those people in that cemetery. It would be really good, a good history lesson, actually. But we had a real good time, and I got home last night and realized that I knew I was getting sleepy. I go to bed at 8, so I knew I was like, I've got to get to bed. And I looked at the clock, and it was, you're supposed to fall back, so I really went to bed at 7. But it was dark. But I went to bed, and then this morning I woke up, and it was 2:30. But I couldn't go back to sleep. I'd had enough sleep. So I just got up. I've done some things here in the kitchen. And I cooked me some breakfast. I had 2 cups of coffee. Now I'm fixed to go to church. And Hannah and I are going to go out to eat today after church for our birthday. But anyway, I just wanted to say good morning to you. Good Sunday morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, if you can't go to worship today with the other folks or something, you can't get there, you can always go to our church to worship online, and it's called Bethany Andalusia. Bethany Andalusia, or Andalusia Bethany. What is it called? It's called Bethany Andalusia. That's what it's called. and you can worship with us this morning. But y'all have a wonderful day, and sorry I didn't get to you yesterday to tell you it was my birthday, but I got busy. I really was busy. I'm having some flooring fixed in the back that's needed it so bad. That carpet that was back in the back of my house is 30 years old. And you can, after 30 years, you might as well pull it up because there's just no way you're going to get it clean and nice anymore. You just pull it up. Have your concrete back there or your wood or whatever you could put, or new carpet, whatever. But I'm having wood put in because I seem like I just can't keep that carpet clean. But I can keep wood clean. Love y'all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
And I was called upon to come quick. By the time I had arrived, Mr. Kilpatrick had already re-entered the establishment. Now, Police Chief Jernigan arrived shortly after I did, and although he was unarmed, Police Chief Jernigan, he advanced on Mr. Kilpatrick, who shot the police chief just below the neck. Now, Mr. Kilpatrick was subdued and taken into custody. Police Chief Jernigan was seriously injured. Now, he lived, but he endured a long recovery. Meanwhile, Mr. Kilpatrick was taken to the Montgomery County Jail. He stayed there for safekeeping for some time until his return to Andalusia and subsequent trial. It was a tragedy not soon forgotten by our folks here in Andalusia. We never did understand the substance of the quarrel between these two gentlemen. They were both quite cordial. Mr. Kilpatrick was from a good family. One of his brothers was even a partner in the Kilpatrick and Mashburn store up here on the square in Andalusia.
Sadly, though, tragedy came knocking a few years later when Mr. and Mrs.